Okay, I think I am on now. Yay, I figured it out. Oh my goodness. I was trying to figure this out and hopefully let me know if you guys can hear me. Well, nobody's here yet, but let me try to finish figuring out how to set this all up. What is this? Nope, I don't want that. Just trying to make my screen brighter. Oh, I guess that's as bright as it gets. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Hi, how are you? Let's see. My microphone should be on volume. I don't know if I need volume. I guess I don't need to hear myself. Let me actually go on my iPad and see if I can see myself live. That's great. I am trying to figure out how to do this whole live on YouTube thing. This is my first time, and why can't I? Oh, the sound is good in the video. Okay, good. Because I'm like, I don't know. And I'm trying to like also pull it up on my iPad so that I can see it over there and see how it looks. I was trying to figure out how to even get into the scheduled live stream and I couldn't figure it out. So thankfully I did figure it out. So how's the weather there in Florida? It's warm here today. I'm drinking coffee at 7 o'clock. I know, that's crazy. That's good. Yeah, I've been to Florida once. My daughter lives in Florida, so I've been over there. It's kind of near Tampa um, in the wintertime, and it was like 75, and like I was out knee deep at the beach. It was super nice. But the summer, I would not feel like the summer in Florida just seems awful, according to what people say. Yeah, I have your package here. I finished up with your stuff. I'm going to be mailing that out tomorrow. Looks like we have a couple people in here. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you guys being here. Let me actually make this full screen. Let's see if I can do that. Well, I don't want to mess anything up, so I guess I'll just leave it the way it is. Wait, here, is this it? Nope, that's share screen. Okay. So you guys can ask me any questions. I'll talk a little bit about, well, first, I guess I'll update you on how I'm doing. I look great. I feel okay. My knee has a lot of pain right now. Um, it's still really numb. I ordered a knee brace. I have my follow up appointment with the doctor on Friday. So, for those of you who are new in the stream, I got into a wreck on Friday and crashed my bike and landed on the handlebars, and it was no fun. So, I punctured my inner thigh, and I'm healing up okay. So, at least there's that. I'm grateful to just, be okay enough to, I can still hobble around. Did I figure out what happened? No, I did not. I just random freak accident, like I hit something in the road and I just lost control of the bike. Like everything literally happened so fast that, yeah. And then when I was in the hospital and they put me on all those drugs, I like have no memory of like what happened with the surgery. Felt like I was going through convulsions. Like those drugs they put me on ketamine. They gave me like 30 whatever. I don't know, is it milligrams? Because like I was all loopy. I was out of it for sure. And I don't like that stuff. It messed me up pretty bad. So no more ketamine for me. And I was scared to even take it. But they were like, "Oh, it's hospital grade. It's totally fine." And I was like, I still don't really know. Don't know if I want to take that stuff. But it was fine. I made it out alive, thankfully, and my wound is healing up good, but I'm still kind of hobbling because my knee is messed up. They had told me that don't be like the E. What? Mm. Oh. Yeah. No. That stuff is crazy, and it gives you like a serious like hangover type headache, but like bad, really bad. And then so after I got to my room, and then they came in and they started pumping me full of all kinds of other fucking drugs, and they gave me the IV and the pain meds, and then they had to give me antibiotics, and they gave me, I don't know, they gave me all kinds of stuff. Then I threw up because it was just, and that's not like me. Usually, like, I have a high tolerance and I do okay with all kinds of medicines. But yeah, I think it was just too much stuff all at once, and it made me throw up. And I think like the headache is what was really getting me because my head was pounding so hard that I think that's what it threw me over the top. But I made it through, and I still have, like scrapes, and I still have like tape marks all over my arm from the where they had taped all the IVs and all that stuff. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. I definitely do not want that to happen again. So I got to be more careful when I'm riding my bike from now on. And I was not going that fast either. I was going like, I don't know, 11 miles an hour. I was just pedaling along. I wasn't really using it on electric mode. So yeah, but yeah, I will be having a break from the van probably for at least a week. I got to see how I heal up. Um, but the plans going forward will be to finish with my timing chain and then get everything put back together. And hopefully this time it will start. And then after that, I'm probably gonna, once I get it all at least put back together, even if it does start or it doesn't start, the next thing is I will be taking it to a mechanic to get like the transmission and all the other things looked at with the what do you want to call it, like the suspension and all that. I want to make sure like all that stuff is good because it's really greasy and like grimy and ugly under there. So I'm gonna have all that stuff checked out by a mechanic, and then hopefully then I can, once I get it going, I can start doing some of my other thrifting and doing thrift hauls and maybe dumpster diving. I don't know. I don't want to get injured again, but I do love dumpster diving and I miss dumpster diving and I haven't gone in a while. And that's actually, um, thank you. Yeah, my dog. She's down here sleeping. Oh, I don't know if you can hear maybe my fan. This fan is super loud back here. Um, but yeah, I miss dumpster diving. That was how I got my channel started. That was how I originally got monetized on my channel. It was kind of during COVID. And I started going out and doing all this dumpster diving because I was like, there's no way that people are finding all that kind of stuff in dumpsters. But now I think more and more companies have kind of gotten aware. And well, a lot of places now have like trash compactors. So you can't really find anything good in the dumpsters anymore. But it's been a while since I've been. So what else can I talk about? Um, I have been working on new decals and stickers to throw up on my Live Where You Park Etsy shop. because I haven't really paid a lot of attention to that. I have like 3 Etsy shops, and I haven't paid a lot of attention to that one because my main shop, which is my That 80s Queen, keeps me busy. So, I always tell myself like, oh, I'll do a couple listings a week or something like that. But, I get a little ADHD all over the place. And then, no, I haven't heard of that. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to look that up. That sounds like a cool app. Yeah, so I added a bunch of new decals and stuff, and now that I am like more active on the channel, I want to get more merchandise on there, which will all be kind of van life or lake, beach, outdoorsy, that type of stuff. I have a couple of t-shirt ideas for things that I want to do. So I've been kind of putting a lot of effort into that because, I'm kind of trying to stay stationary and not really get up and move around too much. So that's keeping me busy doing all of that. I'm actually going to look that up right now. Oh, I guess I could put music on in the background, huh? I don't know. Will that get me copyrighted? I don't know. Yeah, I guess I just leave it off. It's probably better. Too good to go. Let me look that up. Huh. Yeah, and I work a lot of gig working apps that are hospitality based, and you would be surprised at how much food goes to waste, and they just throw it away. And they'll usually let us eat, and sometimes they'll let us take home, food that's left over, but there's still just like so much left, and they just throw it all away, and it's very sad, especially when so many people are going hungry right now. So, hmm, cool. Well, I installed that. I'll give it a look at later. So, yeah, I thought that while I was kind of out of commission for working on my van, that I would start posting more, I guess, work like daily work content, like of me working on designs for the Live Where You Park store and things like that. Or I don't know, I can do like how to tips, things like that, where I can kind of describe. I don't know. I got to think of stuff. I have a lot of ideas for van life products because also I'm a seamstress. So, like maybe sewing baskets for storage or something like that, for example. Maybe I can do stuff like that because that's all stuff I can do with, minimal movement and things like that. Looks like we got people popping in and out. It'll take me a while before I start getting a lot of people in the live stream, and that's okay. I also live stream on the Whatnot app, and that's a reselling platform. And I usually sell, well, I was selling a lot of fabric and stuff on there because when I was downsizing my sewing business. But I also sometimes go live with kind of the same thing, like DIY how to, like I'll be making a handbag or whatever, and then I'll sell any of my crafty stuff on there. Um, so yeah, I'm definitely always looking for new platforms and better ways to make an income because Etsy doesn't have live yet. And what is sale right? I haven't heard of it. Let me Google it. Oh, the sewing machines. Yeah, I think I have heard of them, but I just, they're not like in the top of my mind because I heard about them briefly, I think, at one point or another. They're like industrial. That's cool. Yeah, for canvas and leather. Yeah, yeah. Nice. I think I looked them up when I was first deciding whether or not I wanted to get an industrial machine. That was a while ago. And then it kind of went on the back burner because industrial machines are pricey, no matter which brand you get. And then they're heavy and they take up a lot of space. Nice. So do you do some sewing sometime or just like for hobby or nice? Yeah, I think it's definitely a good skill to have to be able to sew even just for yourself. Oh, yeah, sometimes technology can be challenging. Oh, to like text, a voice to text. That sometimes, that can be interesting too. Sometimes what happens with voice to text, one way or another, technology always like has glitches, but it's helpful at the same time. Yeah, and I think as long as you speak clearly, for the most part, it will type what you say. And my mom is texting me; she's having computer issues. She's trying to shut her computer down, and she doesn't know